Assalamu alaikum. Welcome again to my channel. Today we will discuss some more literary devices or figures of speech. If you are new to my channel, subscribe to it and press the bell icon. Click on all option. In this way, you will get the notifications of my all new videos. So, let's start. The first literary device that we are going to discuss is adage. Adage is a wise saying, maxim or proverb that has been accepted as general truth over times. This is an example of adage from Shakespeare's play As You Like It. All the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 stages. In this example, Shakespeare has compared the life with stage, where everyone has to play his role. So in this metaphor, he wants to say that life is nothing but a drama, where everyone is forced to perform his part. And now these words have become a well accepted adage. The next one is allegory. An allegory is a story in verse or prose with double meaning, a primary or surface meaning and a secondary or under the surface meaning. It is a story that can be interpreted at 2 levels, in some cases at 3 or 4 levels. It is thus closely related to the fable or parable. Some notable instances of allegory are Tale of a Tub and Gulliver's Travel by Swift, Bunyan's The Life and Death of Mr. Badman and the Holy War, C.S. Lewis' Pilgrim's Regress, George Orwell's Animal Farm, and some modern allegorical dramas are Karel Capek's The Insect Play and Edward Albee's Tiny Alice. The next one is anachronism. Actions, scenes, or characters are placed where they do not belong to create timelessness and spacelessness. It is a technique that is used to underline a universal verisimilitude to prevent something being dated. For example, in Anwa's Antigone, use of casual and modern dressing instead of Greek formal costumes has created a timeless and spaceless atmosphere. Anachronism is in fact the use of historically inaccurate details in a text. 2 classical examples are Julius Caesar, Antony, and Cleopatra. Shaw has also used this device in Androcles and the Lion. Another literary device that writers use in their work is anaphora, a rhetorical device involving the repetition of a word or group of words in successive clauses, often used in ballads, songs, oratory, and sermons. Here is an example from Hamlet. Thence to a watch, thence into a weakness, thence to a lightness. Here Shakespeare has used the word thence in 3 consecutive clauses. Symbol. Symbol is an object, animate or inanimate, which represents or stands for something else. Some common examples of symbols are scales for justice, a dove symbolizes peace, a goat for lust, loin for strength, the rose for beauty, cross for Christianity. Some symbolic actions and gestures are the clenched fist for aggression, beating of the breast for remorse, arms raised for surrender. Symbols may be public or private. In literature, the example of universal or public symbol is a journey into the underworld, and the return from it stands for a spiritual experience and redemption, as in the works of Virgil, Dante and James Joyce. Private symbol is a symbol that recur in the works of any writer, as W.B. Yeats' use of symbols like the sun, moon, a tower, a mask, a windy stair, a tree, a hawk. Weeds and disease stands for corruption in Hamlet. In King Lear, clause for appearance and authority. The poetry of Blake, Shelley, Coleridge and T.S. Eliot is fully packed with symbols. The next one we will discuss is irony, a figure of speech in which the expectation and reality contradict each other. There are three types of irony. The first one is verbal irony, the contrast between the literal meaning of what is said and what is meant. In Romeo and Juliet, Juliet said, "I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris." Juliet does not like the decision of her father to marry with Paris, whom she dislikes, and instead adores Romeo. She makes a decision to marry Romeo and tells her mother about it ironically, that whenever she would marry, it would be Romeo, whom she dislikes, and not Paris. In this way, she tried to confuse her mother. The next type of irony is situational irony. The result of the action is reverse of what the actor expected. For example, there is situational irony in The Gift of the Maggie. In this short story by O. Henry, a wife sells her hair to buy her husband a watch chain, and her husband sells his watch to buy combs for her hair. Both have made sacrifices in order to buy gifts for one another, but in the end, the gifts are useless. The real gift is how much they are willing to show their love for one another. The third type is dramatic irony, when audience already knows the reality what the characters do not. Othello considers Iago his friend, but we know that throughout the play he used to plot Othello's demise. The last literary device that today we are going to discuss is pun, a play on words that is used to convey two meanings at the same time. Here is a quote from Shakespeare's play, "Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by this son of York." In the opening of Richard III by Shakespeare, the sun refers to the blazing sun on Edward IV's banner and the fact that he is the son of the Duke of York. The pun is mostly used to create humorous effect, but not always. They are mostly homonyms with similar sounds but different meanings. As in this instance, you can say that sun is used to represent the sun, S-U-N sun, as well as S-O-N son, of the Duke of York. Hopefully you have learned some literary devices from this video. If you like it, then press the like button. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.